Hi, guys.
Hey,
welcome to our podcast, Literally Headlines. I'm here with Abby and... No, she's not here this week. I'm here with Sebastian, unfortunately. Second choice. I asked a bunch of other people, and they all couldn't make it.
But I could, ha ha ha.
It's because you don't have a life.
Nah,
No, that's not true.
It's the chemistry homework, I swear.
Yeah. How are you doing this week, Sebastian?
I'm doing good. Chemistry's keeping me on my toes, though.
I know. That's... well, I'm not taking chemistry this year. I took it last year.
Yeah, it's really hard. I don't know if anybody can relate, but I'm getting stressed out.
What's a mole? What's the equation?
6.022 times 10 to the 23rd is 1 mole.
Perfect. Even I remember that.
Miss LaPointe taught me that.
Wow, that's so nice. Anything new happening with you?
I've been watching this new show on Netflix called I think it's called Money Heist. It's all in Spanish and it's like awesome.
Oh, you told me about it. You were watching it.
Yeah.
And I saw you were like really into it.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. Especially, I was really into it at school because I didn't really want to talk to anybody, and I was just watching my show.
Yeah. Well, I've actually been watching, this is kind of cliche, but I started watching Riverdale with my mom.
Riverdale with your mom.
I was like, this is kind of uncomfortable, but you know what? It's something to talk about.
Does she like it?
She does. She likes it. She's like, this is the most dramatic show I've ever watched. And I was like, yeah,
I was
like, that's true. I was like, but they're all like, we're sophomores, but we're 25 years old in real life. I'm like, okay.
That's not your typical sophomore, everybody.
It's just not. No, that's not accurate. We're not like Nancy Drew solving mysteries every day.
They look like grown-up men.
They are. They're literally like grown-ups. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Do we want to go ahead and jump into some headlines?
So I found this from NPR. So the headline is Dogs' Cancer Was Teddy Bears. So when I saw this, I was like, wait a minute. So I read it. And so apparently this dog was going in for surgery because they thought he had cancer. And they were like, or like a tumor.
Yeah.
And they went to remove it. And they looked and it was teddy bears. So the dog ate a bunch of teddy bears and got sick. And they went to go check for cancer, and it turned out to be teddy bears.
Oh my gosh, how much did that surgery cost? Like, that's like a lot
of money
for it to be teddy bears.
I remember my dog went to the vet a few years ago, and my dad was like, yeah, I had to pay like $500 for that. And I was like, whoa. I'm like thinking for a surgery?
Yeah, well, my band teacher, his dog like had eaten a sock, and they didn't know it. So the dog like couldn't
breathe?
No, it couldn't do its like bowel movements. So it wasn't like using the bathroom. And they were like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Like, this is not like natural. They thought the dog was like sick, and they were taking it into the hospital. And then they found out that the dog had eaten one of the socks, and she had to have like surgery to get it removed. And it was a ton of money.
Oh my God. That's...
Love my dogs.
Yeah, they said that the dog stole it from the other dog, which was a Chihuahua's like toys.
Oh, so
and
toys.
Ate it.
My dogs, we get BarkBox, Do you know what BarkBox is?
No, I haven't heard of that.
It's like, they send us a box of like toys and dog treats every week. And so we get new things every week. And they always like fight over the toys. It's like a whole ordeal. My one dog has a lot of problems. He's on Prozac. And whenever he gets a toy, it's like Cujo like comes out and he's like so mean. And so we have to hide them from them.
No. Oh, Cujo.
Yeah.
Angry dog.
Animals are important though. And people like care about animals and animals' rights. But sometimes, people can take it to a whole new level. And I don't know what you might think about this one. This is an article I found from Sky News. And so a monkey had stolen a photographer's phone. The monkey's name was Naruto. And so he stole a photographer's camera and took a selfie of himself.
What?
And it's a very good selfie.
Can I see this?
Oh yeah, you can see it here. It's very good.
That's
it's very
amazing.
good selfie. I can't even take this like good quality of a selfie. It's very nice. And so, he was trying to get the rights for this photo, post it everywhere, get some money from it. And animal rights group were like, no, that is the monkey's property.
Really?
He has the right to choose what he does with the photos. And they sued him.
They sued him?
They made a lawsuit for him.
What?
Suing him because they thought it was the monkey's right to do what he wants with the photo.
The monkey doesn't know.
They say they're breaking copyright laws. And the judge, the judge was like, no, American copyright law does not include animals. That's not how it works.
Oh, so the photographer got what he wanted then.
Yeah, and they're like the groups are like having to pay for like all the fees and everything that he's had to deal with because it's kind of a ridiculous thing.
So it backfired.
What is the monkey gonna do with the photo?
Yeah, seriously.
The monkey's like not gonna post it on Facebook.
And like, that's a funny picture. Like, that could be a meme.
And it was on his camera, but they're like, the monkey took the photo, so it's his right.
That's like saying I took a picture of an ant today.
But it's the ant's right.
Ant's photo.
It's the ant's right to do what he wants with the
ant
photo.
did not give me consent, but he didn't tell me yes or no. So yeah, then I think I don't know. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, I would be like, what the heck? This is one of those times where you're like, I'm all for animals' rights. Like, yes, like that's my like, I'm like all for it. But I mean, what are they going to do with the photo? What are they going to do with the photo? Like, they don't have Facebook. I mean, maybe he has Snapchat. Maybe he's going to snap some buds. He's like,
that'd be cool. Monkey with Snapchat.
He wanted to tweet about it. Like, look at this hot photo I took. Retweet if you think you want to date me. Maybe I'll do that. You won't really be able to tell the difference between the monkey and me. I
wonder if these are the same monkeys that we were talking about a few weeks ago that we would have a poop snowball fight with.
I don't know. Maybe. But I wouldn't. You said you would.
I would.
I said I would not. You know, animals are crazy. But you know what else is really crazy?
Other animals?
Kids.
Kids?
They do the darndest things, don't they?
All right, what'd this kid do?
Well, this kid didn't do anything, but, you know, this is about a 4-year-old boy. I found this from MSN.com. And this is a 4-year-old boy, and he was summoned for jury duty.
Wait, what?
You know, everyone hates being summoned for jury duty,
don't you have to be, like, 18?
Well, I mean, he's 4 years old.
Close enough.
That's pretty close, right?
Yeah, it's like,
so, you know,
like
he was
12
summoned
years.
for jury duty, and, like, you know what's amazing? He got out of it. He didn't have to go. Like, I don't understand how he didn't get to go. Like, that's kind of unfair.
Yeah.
He said he had preschool that day. I mean, what is preschool?
He's just making excuses.
I know, he's making excuses. This is like, he was called in. It's his duty to go.
Yeah, that's like the right of an American citizen. Like, if you get chosen for jury duty, you got to go do it.
Yeah, even if you have preschool. What do you think you're doing?
That kid, like, if I had school, I would have to go. Why does he have to go? I'm going to use that next time and be like, that kid didn't have to do it.
Yeah. I mean, if there are any preschoolers being put on trial, he'll be there.
Your kid.
How does that happen, though? How do you accidentally send, like, a jury summoning thing to a 4-year-old?
It's like in the mail. It's like,
yeah, they
how
opened it up.
did he get mail?
They're like, oh?
Jury duty. What's this?
Mom was like, I don't think he's mature enough for this.
Is that really what the mom said?
Yeah, she was like, I mean, he's really smart, but, like, I don't think he's that smart to be on the jury duty.
Do we know what it was on? Like,
no, he was just, like, summoned to be in court.
Okay.
You know, I don't know how that works because we haven't had to, you know, do jury duty yet. Because we're pretty young.
Not yet.
We're pretty youngins. We're in high school.
Youngins.
We're living the dream life. I'm at the ripe age, you know. My dreams are all coming true.
We're at the ripe age of jury duty.
You have another article, don't you, Sebastian?
I do.
Kids. You know, kids, they just do the darndest things.
Well, this family from Australia was booking, like, a trip to go to the Philippines together as, like, a family.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And, like, last minute, the parents, like, backed out and they didn't go.
That's the worst.
So their 12-year-old son was really mad about that. So he got, like, a plane ticket. He bought everything with their parents, like, debit card and credit card.
Oh, no.
And he like, rented out a resort in Bali.
How? How did
Seriously.
He do this?
This is thousands of dollars.
I cannot even order pizza online by myself.
Well,
like, how did he do this?
Well, apparently, like, what this article said from NPR, they said that they were happy with the student ID and the passport and that it was okay.
What the?
Yeah.
What the heck?
So he bought everything, and then the parents were, like, super mad. So they did go. They did end up going on the trip.
They were like, "This is like Home Alone," but like
when
Kevin went to New York. Home Alone when he went to New York, the second one, Home Alone 2.
But this is like him wanting to. He was like...
But he purposely did it.
Yeah, he did it on purpose.
I think Kevin did it on purpose, too.
You think?
I don't remember. It's been a hot minute since I've seen that one.
No, he didn't do it on purpose. He was like, not this again. And
then he
was
on
in
the
New
same
York.
flight? He got on a different flight?
He went on the wrong flight, I think.
Yeah. Donald Trump's in that movie. Did you know that?
Yeah, he is in that movie.
Yeah, he gives him direction. That's always something I find so funny.
Down the hall and to the right.
Down the hall and to the right. Perfect. Okay, but what did this, like, did they punish him? Like, were they just, like, freaked out? Like, I don't know what you would do in this kind of situation. I can tell you what,
he will not get any allowance for, like, a really long time.
He will not be able to play Fortnite for a while.
Yeah, his parents are going to pay off, like, several thousands of dollars to, like, ease his adventure. Trip. That's kind of crazy, though.
I mean, I still don't know how you do that. Like, literally cannot do anything. I can't.
I would feel so
I cannot
bad.
order like myself like a shirt online. I have to be like, Mom, help me. Like I don't know what to do.
And he ordered. He had to have ordered
An
like
entire
plane
trip,
tickets,
an entire trip by himself.
hotel. How do you do that? Like a resort.
Oh my gosh! Sometimes I can't even make plans to go out with friends. Like this is ridiculous.
He's ahead of his time.
You know, where's a good place to go on vacation to? Legoland. Ever been to Legoland?
Yeah, I've been to Legoland. I've been to Legoland in Orlando.
In Orlando?
Yeah.
Well, have you ever been to the Legoland like Windsor Resort in England? Near like
No.
No? Well,
No.
This article I found is from Huffington Post. And so the Prince of England just had a new baby, Louis
Yes.
Arthur Charles. Is that his name? I think
Louis Arthur
Charles, right?
Charles, yeah.
Yeah, that's his name. Well, they just had a baby, so the Lego royal family, obviously had to have a baby
There's
too.
a Lego royal family?
There is a Lego royal family.
What? Oh, that is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, and so
And that's Buckingham Palace.
they created the Lego prince and the Lego like queen, like William and Catherine.
Yeah.
Holding their newborn baby, and they have like the other two kids like Lego kids, and they also have Lego paparazzi all to like
What?
announce the new baby at Legoland, and it's literally my favorite thing ever. I love this.
That
This
is
is something
so
I would
crazy.
do. I wish I would do this.
How
I
long-
wish this was my life.
That must take so long to make.
I know. I wonder if they had instructions. I could never do Legos without instructions.
No, like they had to build, so they built paparazzi.
Yeah.
They built Lego cameras.
And Lego was it Buckingham Palace? Is that what it is?
Lego Buckingham Palace, Lego Baby.
Lego baby, Lego kids.
That's pretty crazy.
That's something that I aspire to be that extra though. Like that's who are you a little tired, Sebastian?
I'm a
You keep
little
yawning. Am I boring you?
No, I'm looking at the picture right now. Wait, no, that's real Buckingham Palace.
No, it's Lego Buckingham Palace.
That's Lego Buckingham Palace? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. They can't see it.
No, there has to
I
be a
can
picture on
describe it to
Instagram
you.
about this. That
Well,
is
yeah,
so
we'll
cool.
post it. He's really excited.
Whoa. That's
It's Lego. I told you.
okay, that's kind of crazy. How does somebody like put all that together?
They're creative. They have talent.
That looks real.
Like us.
There's a picture. What?
Sebastian, calm down.
Okay, that's like the coolest thing I've seen all day, though. Well, that's okay. Yeah, everybody, that's pretty cool. Check out that Lego Buckingham Palace.
I mean, I just love that.
Okay, well, let's go on to Korea. So North Korea just Kim Jong-un.
Let's go to Korea.
Let's go to Korea. I would go to
travel?
North Korea. That'd
A
be
travel
cool.
podcast.
Travel podcast. There is a travel podcast.
There's a travel podcast that's here.
Yes.
That is created by
Scruffy Audio.
Yeah, Scruffy Audio. Okay, let's just
Okay,
continue.
so North Korean leader Kim Jong-un just met with the South Korean leader like Moon Jae. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Sorry if
I think that is, yeah.
Moon Jae. Okay, so they just met up together, and I remember watching this a few days ago. Like Kim Jong-un literally walked across the border,
I
like
know.
right across the DMZ, right into the arms of like the Moon Jae. Moon Jae?
I know. You guys, hold on. Let me just explain to you how much of a big deal this is. So technically, after the Korean War is technically not even over yet. So when they just it ended like with an armistice, which is just basically they promised to stop shooting at each other.
Yeah.
So basically there's no like peace treaty. It's still kind of ongoing war. No North Korean leader has been to South Korea since 1953.
That's crazy.
I mean, and if you I watched a documentary about North Korea like a while back. And if you look at the border, they have like 2 men from like North Korea and 2 men from like South Korea are all just like watching each
they're
other. And
always
if
watching
anybody
each
were to
other.
make a move, like it would be chaos.
If anybody shot, like that's the demilitarized zone. Like,
Yeah.
if anything happened there, literally the war would spark back up.
Yeah, it
again
would
in
start
a
again.
second.
And like, so this is a huge deal. This is like
This
kind
is
of like the
revolutionary.
Berlin Wall of our generation.
Yeah, and like I remember my brother and I were watching it together on his phone, and we were like, "This is incredible!" Like, who would have expected it? Because we watched it 40 minutes after it happened. Because they're like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many hours in front they are of us, but it was like, whoa, like this is happening.
So they're doing like they're trying to negotiate peace, and like they're doing like trying to like get rid of like the nuclear arms programs that North Korea
Yeah.
has. and like in exchange for U.S. to not to invade them. And all that stuff.
So apparently what they said is that they would vow to like get rid of all their nuclear tests, long range missiles, and like cut their programs if the United States like said that they would not invade.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I'm down. I'm down. I don't want there to be a World War III.
One thing that also they're doing is this is kind of cool. So South Korea and North Korea are like, they have different time zones. That's how separated they are.
Really?
And the first thing they're doing is they're changing that and making North Korea have the same time zone. Because they were like different times.
That'd be...
time's man-made and everything. So they're changing that.
That's going to be crazy.
It's
like
the first step towards like peace.
I wonder how long it would take for them to like create an open travel between the countries.
I don't know.
Like, do you think this could lead to that? Like them completely changing everything?
I don't know. North Korea it's different from the rest. It's very different from how we live and everything. Like, people aren't allowed to. This may help create peace and it may lead to progress.
Yeah.
But we don't know what the future is going to hold. This could be something else. Hopefully it'll lead to more peace.
Seriously, I feel like this is the first step.
It's kind of, we don't probably think about it as much as people used to, but this has been the biggest threat to like U.S. and like the world's safety, like, because, what is it, mutually agreed destruction? Is that what it's called, MAD? Like, people, like, if there was like, this was like the biggest threat to nuclear war that could happen was North Korea. And so like, this is a huge deal that they're like cutting this down.
And Donald Trump has been, because of all this, he's been considered to be nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
And like, the crazy thing is, I think personally that Kim Jong-un has been accustomed to handling with other U.S. presidents, because I don't remember Obama being so, like, the words that Obama uses about this and the words that Trump uses about this are very different. And I don't think Kim Jong-un, the rocket man, has been able to like keep up with Trump. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
So he's almost like, okay, yeah, this guy could actually do something.
I know.
So let's...
And I know you're not a very big Trump fan.
Yeah, I'm not a big Trump supporter.
This is still a kind of a big deal.
Yeah, like if this...
South Korea did say like this is like the U.S.'s help is why they're doing this.
Yeah, and like I'm sure that we'll look back at this someday if everything goes smoothly, and like that'll probably be the biggest thing that we look back at Trump's presidency.
Yeah, because this will be one of the biggest things in our generation.
Well, if he can manage to fix this, like this whole relationship with the rest of the world, this will be the biggest thing
about his presidency.
That's huge, but for everybody.
It is. It's for everybody.
Because I don't know about you, but I've always thought about like how something could happen. And it's like,
oh my gosh, I've been staying up late at night. Like, North Korea is crazy. We are all doomed. And so this is kind of just like when I heard about this, I was so surprised because I did not think anything like this would ever happen.
Well, I had no idea. Like, I had no idea until my brother was like, Sebastian, look at this. And I was like, what happened? And he was like, watch. And I just see Kim Jong-un walking across the border, shaking Moon Jae's hand. And then, like, he invited him into North Korea. And then he, like, stepped in. I thought that was so cool.
You guys need to look at a video of the border. It's tense.
It's tense.
Although
there's, like, these guards staring at each other. And it was like a 1 foot, like, wall. And he just stepped over it.
I know. Of course, our generation left to make jokes about everything.
What'd they do this time?
So there have been, Photoshop battles of, the people meeting.
Yeah.
Of Kim Jong-un and the South Korean leader.
Moon Jae.
Yeah. There's been, of them, embracing. Everyone's been, creating memes of them.
Oh.
And it's just, I'm just I don't expect anything less.
If somebody doesn't make a meme, then it's
Did
just
it really
not.
happen?
It didn't happen.
It's the newspaper of our generation is memes.
That
if there's not a meme created,
then it
never happened. It's not real.
Yeah, like this is amazing, and the fact that we made memes about it makes it even better.
I know. It's like, here's a big event in U.S. in the world history.
Do you think
meme? Let's make a meme.
Okay, we always look back at cartoons. Do you think they're gonna look back at memes?
Oh my gosh, the DBQs, document-based questions for A-Push students,
they're
are
gonna
on
look at
memes.
The memes.
On North Korean, South Korean memes.
That would be so funny.
That'd be That'd be great. I would write a really good essay about that.
If you ever become like a teacher, please make it on memes.
That will be my
Yeah,
that will be what my students have to write
about this meme. Why is this meme funny?
Describe this in U.S. history.
Yes.
That'd be great.
That's so funny.
Okay. So now that we're on the topic of more, funny articles and everything, Sebastian, I have a question for you, and it's a serious question, and you have to answer this honestly.
Okay, I'll answer.
You have to.
Yes.
I'm going to hook you up to a lie detector test.
All right. Pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever peed in a pool?
Of course.
Have you ever peed in a lake?
Yeah.
Sebastian, you're killing fish.
What do you mean I'm killing fish? They're killing me.
So the famed, Walden Pond, it's like in Boston, I think, is being destroyed because people keep peeing in the pond.
People keep peeing in the pond?
Yeah. Because swimmers are peeing in the pond, and so that creates more nitrogen and phosphorus, and then it creates more algae, and then the fish can't
survive.
Yeah, they can't survive. They can't get to the sun and all the plants and everything. So urine is literally killing this pond. That's
bad. That's sad.
I know, but my mom used to always say, she's if we were at a lake, she goes, "Oh, just go use the bathroom in the pond." I was like, okay.
Well,
but
how big is the pond?
About that. I don't know.
It's a pond size.
It's a pond. It's a lake-ish, maybe.
Do you remember that pond that was right next to West Town Mall? That was really never good. You don't remember that?
I don't.
Knoxville people. Maybe you all remember it.
No.
What?
You were the only one that went to this pond. Okay. But, so, I mean, I just think this is kind of ridiculous. Cause
are they going to have to, shut it down, tear down the pond?
I think they're going to have to shut, not a lot of people to, swim in it. Because it's killing fish. It's, killing, the fish populations, the plant populations in the lake. It creates more algae, and then the fish can't reach the sun. This is not a pond cast.
Back with the puns.
The pond. Ew! I just got that. The puns.
Okay, so what's this next story that you have?
Well, this kind of goes along. I mean, the pond's killing fish, but fish are killing people now.
Fish are killing people?
Yeah. You're going to like this story. This is from Audrey.com.
Audrey.com.
My father found this, so let's see. So this is about a man. He in Britain. So he caught a fish, a 6-inch Dover sole fish. And so he was so excited about catching this fish that he kissed it. However, the fish got out of jumped out of his hands and jumped down his throat and blocked his airway and put him into cardiac arrest.
Wait, what?
He kissed the fish and then it jumped down his throat.
What? Oh my!
I'm guessing it must have been an open mouth kiss.
Okay, I thought you were just gonna say he kissed the fish, and then something happened.
No, the fish jumped down his throat.
He legit swallowed a fish. Then it went straight down his throat.
It was forced down. The fish jumped in his mouth.
That
and
is
then
nasty.
So the paramedics had to come, and the paramedics had to carefully remove it, or otherwise it would get stuck and he would die. That's disgusting.
Awful.
I mean, I like seafood, but not that much.
I've kissed a fish before.
Ew.
Yeah, I have a picture of it.
You're yeah, I have a girlfriend. No, I'm kidding.
No, I was like, oh god. Oh, that was funny though. No, it's
I'm sorry.
You're taking a picture of the fish. It just goes down your throat. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, he went into cardiac arrest. He couldn't breathe.
I don't know if that's funny or if that's really scary.
It's a little bit of both. I think
it's relatable.
I would never
have you
kiss
kissed a fish? You've never kissed a fish?
No.
That's sad.
I have boundaries. Fish don't turn into prince. Only frogs do.
I would not kiss a frog. I think kissing a frog is crossing the line.
What if you turn into a prince? Then you would.
You would turn into a frog before you turn into a prince. You'd have to.
That happened in that movie, didn't it? She turned into a frog.
Yeah, you would turn into a frog. You wouldn't turn into a prince.
No, the frog turns into a prince. Do you not know this?
The frog was already a prince, though.
Yeah, but then you kiss the frog, and then he turns into a prince.
But if I kiss a frog, he would
turn into a prince.
But then what do I turn into?
You have a boyfriend.
But
you can marry the prince.
But I want to be a frog. What if I don't want to be a frog? What if I don't want to kiss a frog?
Then you don't have to.
Okay.
I'm not forcing you. You're the one that wants to kiss fish. You do that in your free time. That's weird.
It's only like twice a day.
It's only a couple times. It's not weird.
It's only happened like 10 times, okay?
Gosh, it wasn't even my fault.
It wasn't my fault. Come on, vote for Pedro.
He asked me.
He asked me.
He asked me to. Oh, that's awful. That's terrifying.
Somebody bet me $1 that I wouldn't do it.
Thank God the paramedics got the fish out of the guy's mouth, though.
They did?
Yeah, he had to be so careful. Because if any part of the fish got broken off, it would have killed him.
Ugh.
You imagine the taste in your mouth after they got it out.
Imagine having a fish in your throat. Like, no, not the taste. Imagine having a fish in your throat waddling around in there and you're like, oh, no.
I like sushi, but not that much.
I couldn't eat it whole, that's for sure.
A whole fish.
Well, I found this article from Independent, and so apparently, you know how like sometimes gas is like has a bad smell?
Yeah.
To know if it's leaking?
Yeah.
Well, at this college campus, this fruit went rotten and it smelled like gas, so they evacuated the entire campus.
No.
And once they figured out like it was like they went in for an investigation to see like what was causing it, because after a while they figured out like it wasn't gas. So they went in, they were like, this is just rotten fruit, dude. So the entire campus went on like shutdown. I bet it was like one of the college students. They were like, that was mine.
Now
they thought it was potentially dangerous chemicals, but you know what? Turns out to be some fruit.
Now please don't like hate me for this, but I have a problem of like finding rotten fruit in like my bags like all the time.
Oh, I always
like
forget.
I accidentally leave it in there, and it happens all the time. Like I found like a rotten apple in my purse the other day, and I was like, okay. One time, oh my gosh, I was cleaning my room and I found 2 rotten bananas in it. Not one, two, and I don't even eat bananas. I don't know where they came from. And I was like, okay, I'm like, where did this come from? But I mean, it didn't cause an evacuation.
A few days ago in my backpack, I found a rotten orange.
Ew.
But
it smells so bad. Rotten fruit smells so bad.
It opened up. So I had to like clean it out.
That's awful. One time my mom packed me an orange in my lunch and I peeled it open and everything. And this was not even like, it hadn't even been in there for that long. And I opened it and it was black. Like the inside of it was black and I was disgusted. I was like, who is responsible for this?
But like, just imagine, like this says Australian University evacuated over gas leak that turns out to be rotten Duran fruit. And then it's like the smell.
When you have to evacuate, like it's awful. We've had to evacuate for gas leaks or something before.
I feel like
I think it was a gas leak. I think I have in our school, and it's the worst thing ever.
Well, and like this says, like the smell of Duran has been compared to onions, sewage. Like that's bad.
Ew! Wait! What kind of fruit was it?
A Duran.
I've never heard of
Duran.
that. Is that like an Australian
it's like
fruit?
Pokey. Hey, but on another note, did you know that Uranus smells like fart?
That's not funny.
Well, no, I'm
Uranus?
serious. Yeah, Uranus smells like fart.
No, look,
excuse
it's
me?
true.
It is?
Yeah, read it.
Oh. Well, looks like Paul here just pulled up an article about
Uranus. Uranus clouds are largely composed of hydrogen sulfide.
So I guess they do smell like gas.
Which is present in rotten
Uranus.
eggs.
I never understood why teachers were like, we have to say Uranus because Uranus is like, people get like joking about that. I didn't know what that meant till like
on another
last
note,
year.
Would you get Uranus painted on your nails?
No.
No?
I mean, actually,
I know
yes.
I would.
It's really pretty.
It's the new look.
I mean, it's really nice. At least, I think Uranus is nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You started this, Paul.
It's true.
I like Uranus.
Oh,
No, me too.
Oh my god.
It's really big.
It's a big anus. All right, so I think it's time for
our favorite segment.
Yes.
Of the podcast.
This is the best segment. This is why you listen, right?
Criminal masterminds.
Criminal masterminds.
Not criminal minds, because that's already a thing.
Criminal master
But
minds.
smart criminals. The smartest, the brightest, the scariest. Because
The
they're
ones that
so
know what's
smart.
up.
They do things that you could never possibly imagine. So, let's get into this.
What happened this week?
So there's a man in Texas.
Okay.
I can't pronounce his name because
What does it say?
maybe
it
you
Spanish?
can pronounce it. I think it's Spanish.
Where?
Right there.
Gilbert
Okay,
El
whatever.
Carino?
Okay, so this
Sorry,
man,
guys. I speak Spanish.
this
but I
man
can't
worked
read.
at like a correctional facility, like a juvenile center,
Okay.
and so he was using the money that was for the juvenile center. He was using it to like buy fajitas
What?
and then sell them. So he stole
Does,
$1.2 million of fajitas
what?
and like was selling them.
Where do you sell fajita? Like,
don't know.
if you don't own a restaurant, like, do you just sell it on the side of the road? Where is
Yeah,
this?
no, he was using country
Texas?
funds though. Yeah. So the big deal is
What?
that he was using like government money to buy the fajitas and then sell them. And they found out about this because so the delivery guy called the kitchen of the detention center to say they were bringing an 800-pound truck full of fajitas
Oh
to
my
the detention
God.
center. And the center was like, we
We don't
did
want your
not order.
fajitas.
We did not order fajitas. And they go, no, we've been doing this for 9 years. So like, we know what we're doing. And they were like, excuse me.
they've been doing it for 9
Excuse me,
years.
9 years? And so he's been taking the fajitas and selling them. And the police found packages of fajitas in this guy's refrigerator. So that's how they found out.
Dude.
There was literally an investigation into this. $1.2 million of fajitas. The crime, this is a first-degree felony.
Really?
Yeah, so like the sentence is up to 99 years in prison.
What?
He's going to jail for 50 years and he has to pay back $1 million.
Where's he going to get the
Because
money?
he was stealing the fajitas and selling them.
Okay, how old is this guy? Do we know?
He's 53.
53? Okay, so he's...
Yeah, he's like going to spend the
For
rest
life?
of his life in prison.
Oh my
For
God.
something that's so kind of dumb.
Seriously. But like...
It's like, what is it? He said like,
where do you sell fajitas?
oh my gosh, no, he's like acting like, he says like, it's like selfish and it like was like small, but then it got out of control. And he's like, I couldn't control it anymore.
He's like,
it's
it became a business. It consumed me.
It's talking like it's like some like drug empire that he started, but it was with fajitas.
That reminds me of Breaking Bad. Like, this normal guy just starting to do something small, good for his family, even though it was like drugs.
Yeah.
And then he like goes on and like creates this billion-dollar corporation. This guy,
Breaking Bad with fajitas.
dude, that
would
should
be
be a
so.
show.
That would be so good. We should start it.
Netflix.
Netflix hit us up.
Yes. And Joe Biden.
What is it called? What should we call it? Not Breaking Bad.
Breaking fajita.
No, making fajitas.
Making fajita.
Selling fajitas.
Fajita land.
Fajita land.
I like fajita land.
I mean, it's fairly good.
Literally fajitas.
Literally fajitas.
Yes, that's it.
That should be. We should start a company.
We should have
open
a
a food
fajita
truck.
contest.
A fajita making contest.
Yes.
You would probably win. I can't make fajitas.
Really? Just because I'm Hispanic?
Yes. It's in your
I couldn't
boots.
even read that guy's
I
name.
can't even. I'm disappointed. This is from NBC News, by the way. Oops, sorry for that. Okay, we have another.
We have another one?
Sort of criminal story. It's not as good as the first one. Probably
Guys,
should
this is
start
amazing.
With this.
2 in a week.
I know you're excited. We had 3 last week, didn't we?
We had 3 last
Yeah,
week?
because you had one, Abby Ann had one, I had
Ooh.
one. Also, I won the poll on Twitter. Thank you. Thank you to all my loyal fans out there. I really appreciate it. I know you love me more than anybody else in this podcast, and I'm why you listen. I know you love the sound of my voice. So, thank you.
Uncle Joe, don't listen to her.
Shut up. Okay, so this is another one. This is from Uppy? I don't know. My father finds the weirdest ones. So this is about a trailer that was stolen, and it contained 8,000 Disneyland tickets.
8,000 did... What?
So it was like a trailer stolen from the California Future Farmers of America thing. It was like some...
That's amazing.
Yeah, so... it was like a Wells cargo trailer, and it was stolen on like Wednesday or something, and it had lots of like materials and stuff for the conference, and it had 8,000 Disneyland
That's
tickets.
amazing though. If that was me, I would like give all those tickets away to like little kids.
Well, like Disneyland is like they like have digitally like made them like not usable. So like
Really?
if you like buy those tickets, like they're like don't buy like tickets outside of Disney because they're not gonna work because they're probably from this truck
That's actually
of
really...
8,000 Disneyland tickets.
I think...
I take my whole family. All
I
8,000
think they
of
should
them.
give it to them because I mean, if you're gonna go through all that effort
Yeah.
to steal a van,
You deserve it.
yeah, you need those tickets. You
Yeah.
earned those tickets.
Go ride
fair
the
and
Tower
square.
of Terror. Go right now. I've never been to Disneyland, but
I've never been to
Disney
Disneyland.
World.
I went to Disney World years ago.
I recently went. We've talked about this before.
Oh yeah, you went a month, like 2 months ago, 3 months ago?
In March. Spring break.
Spring break.
You hate that we both did that?
I was like, look at that ass right now. No, wait, what was it?
The picture of me and the donkey.
Yeah. Look at the jackass.
I could go to Disneyland so many times with those tickets. I'd ride Tower of Terror so many times, although I hate waiting in lines.
Is that it?
Disneyland's in California.
Yeah, Disneyland's California.
The original, the OG Disney. That
was the
original? Was open before Disney World. I know this.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, right, because we talked about that in A-Push the other day.
Okay.
Well, sorry guys, I can't do the history thing.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, oh dang.
Oh dang.
Well, you know what? I feel bad for him. He deserves those tickets.
He went through
Disneyland. Give him his tickets back. Come on.
They deserve it. Come on. It was actually me and Sebastian. So like, please, we really want to go.
And just while we're at it, Uncle Joe, come on, dude.
We'll take you to Disneyland.
Yes, or you can take us to Disneyland.
Or you can take us because you probably have more money than us because we're poor.
Yeah, come on, man. We want to know what you think about your memes.
Our podcast doesn't make that much money.
But most importantly, memes. Our podcast.
Our podcast.
The pawns.
We can look at pictures of Uranus.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's time to stop. I think we've taken this too far.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us this week on Literally Headlines.
We literally appreciate you listening all the way through to the end.
Yes. So then if you know about Joe Biden, then you're amazing.
Yeah.
Because you listen to the end.
And I mean, why don't you go follow us on Instagram? And Twitter?
And Twitter.
Send us some headlines you might want us to talk about.
Please send us headlines. Come on, we want to interact with you.
We know you see some things.
We know that you all...
That's so weird.
Or tell us what you think about stuff. Like, yeah, it'd be awesome. DM us.
Or tell me how much
ready to listen.
you love me because I'm amazing at everything.
Or that. Yeah, you can do that too.
I mean, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Goodbye.
Oh, yeah.
Ew.
This is alright.